In this clip, I'm going to share some of the main takeaways and some awareness building exercises for you to do from success principle number 3 from Jack Canfield's book, Success Principles. G'day, it's Rowan here from Your Life Design, where we inspire breakthrough to a healthier, wealthier, better version of you so you can design your life. The subtitle of this book, Jack Canfield's book, Success Principles, is how to get from where you are to where you want to be. But how do you get to where you want to be if you haven't decided upon it and defined what success means to you, or what your calling is, or what your journey is, or why you've been put here? Now, most people don't have what they want because they haven't defined it clearly and they haven't decided upon it in a compelling way that makes them want to move towards it. You know, as babies, we know exactly what we want and we move towards it if we can, if we're mobile. We'll crawl, we'll walk, we'll scream, we'll yell, we'll do everything in our power to get exactly what we want. And then 3 seconds later, we'll move on to the next thing. But as we grow older, conditioning kicks in. There's a whole bunch of do this, don't do that, you should do this, you shouldn't do that, you can do this, you can't do that, until that free spirit inside us is buried under a big pile of conformity and societal norms. One of my favorite quotes, it's not from this book, but one of my favorite quotes goes something like, "We're all just a collection of mirrors reflecting society's expectations of us." It sounds a bit melancholy, but you know, to a degree, it's kind of true. So what does Jack recommend? He recommends creating clarity around what you want by, and here come the exercises. Creating an I want list. 30 things, list out 30 things you want to do, 30 things you want to have, and 30 things you want to be. Now, I know 30 sounds like a lot, but the more things you can bring out from the deep recesses of the back of your mind to the forefront of your mind, the more chance you're going to have of beckoning the law of attraction to bring these things into your life and to start seeing the opportunities to get these things and to create these situations in your future. Exercise number 2 is to get a want buddy, whether it's your friend or family member or whoever, and take it in turns. One person asks the other person for 10 to 15 minutes, what do you want? What do you really want? What is it that you want? Just keep asking it over and over and let them respond. Now, in the beginning, it won't be very profound, but as time goes on and you dig deeper and dig deeper, you'll find that the responses start to turn into more real expressions of their true core values. The third exercise is kind of similar to the first one, but you list 20 things you like to do. Now, the purpose of this exercise, or the reason for this exercise, is that people often hold themselves back because they think they can't earn a living doing what they enjoy doing. So the whole idea is to think outside the box. Get this list and see what ticks some of these boxes. For example, I love skiing. I love to ski, but I grew up thinking to myself, I don't really want to be a ski instructor. I limited myself to thinking, I love skiing, I could be a ski instructor. What I should have done is thought outside the box a little bit more. Now, using my example of having a passion for skiing and mixing that with Jack's example from the book, I might have thought of things like being a sports writer for a ski team or a sports photographer. I could have been a manager for a team, a talent scout. I could have trained myself up to be a coach. I could have written for a ski magazine. I could work to design mountains or be, did I say photographer already? You know, there's so many different things that I could have thought of if I just gave myself the time to think about it. Working in ski patrol, that would have been a cool job. So there really are so many opportunities when you think about it with an open mind. So when I did that exercise on, you know, creating a list of things I like to do, as you can see, the initial things were a bit kind of shallow, a bit superficial, a bit neither here nor there. Skiing, surfing, going for a walk, eating great food, you know, they're all things that I like to do, but they weren't very deep. But when I started really thinking about it and brushing off those kind of sporty things and food and travel and stuff, then I started getting into the nuts and bolts of my values and how I operate. I love to make progress. I know that at the end of the day, if I've made progress that day, I feel great. I've noticed that I'm much more chatty of an afternoon if I've made some good progress that day on whatever I'm doing. I like to finish something. I love to enjoy my sense of freedom that I get, feeling knowledgeable, creating something. You know, these are all things that when I looked at the creation of Your Life Designed, I noticed that a lot of these boxes were being ticked, and it made me feel like I was kind of on the right path with Your Life Design and was making a good decision. And I suppose that's why I feel great building that as an entity. So give those exercises a go, find your direction, find your journey, find your path, and think about what you want to discover on the way. If you get clear on the what, the how will show up. I hope you got something out of that. If so, please like, comment, add anything you would like to add into that clip, and please hit the subscribe button and have an awesome day. Take care. Bye.